Showing some really good aggression through the crease, as Brendon McCullum has shown then.
Taylor will put the foot down here, I'm sure. Hits a gap. Well, it's absolutely the time that Brendon McCullum wants to be there, but has he got there and just have to hit right from the outset? How is he going to use this batting power play? New Zealand desperately need another 110 to 120 runs, you feel. McCullum's been in great touch. There'll be a debate if he doesn't come off as to whether he should have actually gone out when Elliott did. It's a pretty good innings from Grant Elliott. You can see his intention. But like a lot of New Zealanders, he's had trouble with the bounce. So how does he play this here? Anderson inside the batting power play. Oh, that didn't bounce at all, and you see McCullum's intent from the outset.
Dug in, but just did not quite get up. Yeah, it's going to be an ongoing bone of contention, this batting power play. No sides use it well. Just haven't come to grips with it yet. Take it early, they lose wickets. Take it late, straight away, a wicket's lost, so it's just a waste anyway.
I think you want to take it at different times, because a captain can just strategise knowing what's coming up at the 35th, 36th over mark. A fielding captain strategises his bowling and plan around that. Instead of saying to Alistair Cook, we're going to take it 3 overs earlier, you've got to bring Anderson back earlier. He can't bowl at the end. I think you've got to use it as a pressure tool as well as just a hitting zone.
Yeah, and that's why, as you said, Brendon McCullum should have come into bat, and then New Zealand had the opportunity to take it at the 30th over. If he comes in at 26.3 overs, when New Zealand lose the wicket as Grant Elliott comes in, if he comes in then, he's got 4.5, 5 overs if he wants to take it in the 30th or the 31st to get himself settled and then make a real run at this, at posting a good total for the last 18, 19 overs. And as you say, Alistair Cook doesn't have to think about anything. He just says, oh, well, I've got 35th over, I know they got 36th over, I know they're going to take it, so we don't need to worry about it.
Well, he's still, I think Cook's still pretty happy with the whole deal. I mean, you know, New Zealand have not got away on them. They've had a couple of good overs, but I don't think he's been put under enough pressure for a man 1-0 down in the series.
Well, we'll go back to the intent at the top of the innings, which has been a little bit of an issue. Yes, England bowled very well. But, New Zealand showed very little intent. They're still capable of posting 250, 260. It's certainly still on.
Well, you don't want to leave your seats if that does happen, because there'll be some quick fire, big hitting going on in the next 13 overs. 145 for 4.
So loss of a wicket has meant 2 overs of the power play have gone for 5. Now this is a time when New Zealand supposedly, as they keep telling us, they want to make the most of this batting power play. At 5 of 2 overs.
Well, if one of these two gets out within the power play, it's going to be a disastrous power play, because you're going to lose a really key weapon. Now, who's going to... I mean, it's almost a case for McCullum to say to Taylor, you go. You have a crack. You've got the pace and everything. I'll try and get in the next 3 and 4 overs while you're going, and then I can go from 40. Have a crack from 40. If you're still around, that'll be fantastic. Either that, or McCullum said, get one, give it to me, and I'll go, and I'll just have a crack, because we need to. It's Sydney or the bush at this rate with that powerful England batting lineup. Woakes at 7. This is a Sydney or the bush situation. well, Ian Bell will bat well on the surface, I would imagine. He's looking forward to that. Do you think he'll do anything in the air under lights here?
Can't see it. And very rarely have any issue with dew here. Doesn't tend to come on any better under lights or in the daytime. I just think it's going to continue to be a good wicket. Don't think it's done anything untoward at all today. It's been a nice, even-paced cricket wicket. Very good.
Now England will be guarded against. They'll have talked long and hard about the length they bowled at Brendon McCullum. And I'm sure they've talked about pitching it up a bit more and just creating an awkward length rather than a short length, because McCullum, anything remotely short, McCullum will take here. He's playing the shot well at this phase. I think it's more the length. I've got to get him walking forward or playing forward into the shot. Got a slip and plus, I don't mind that.
That's great bowling. Again, just 1 of 4 deliveries.
If he bowls relatively full, brings that slip into play with the drive. It's about as short as I think he can afford. Good pace though, 144s.
He's been impressive off this new run-up, hasn't he, Stephen Finn? Brand new run-up just for this game. Obviously he'll continue on with it now. He's been working on it in the nets, working on it outside of the game proper. It's 4 yards shorter than his previous run-up, and he's actually starting from his mark and showing some really good aggression through the crease, as Brendon McCullum has shown then.
Why is that not good? Because you haven't bowled on the series. Why is that not? I have bowled on the series. Yes, I have on the one-day series. I've got on the T20 series.
150 for 4. Well, I thought there's supposed to be a dead ball. I thought there were rules.
New series.
New series has changed. There you go.
New series. It was the 2020 series. He got 1 warning.
He was told, seriously,
One-day international series.
He's on no warning whatsoever. That's the match referee told me that in my meeting. So
Alistair Cook's now saying to
1 warning, and then as per always
Rob Tucker,
yeah, well,
that I was told it was 1 warning and then it's a dead ball. But this is a complete new series. The 2020 series, 1-day series and a test series.
Well, he's saying that because it went through the covers for 4. Had it been a dot, they wouldn't have had the discussion. And he wanted those runs back. Of course, if it's a dead ball, it's null and void. And to me, that's... How could you take that cover drive away from Brendon McCullum? I don't get that part of that rule, however.
No, we could debate that one a lot, because I totally agree. It's stupid to declare it a dead ball. Absolutely stupid.
I mean, that's proof and pudding right there. It didn't affect the batsman. It didn't. Who did it affect? Good run. Good run. Sharp run. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit crazy, but however, it is what it is. Ross Taylor, going into this game, had played 9 one-day internationals at this ground and had scored 429 runs at 71. He is now knocking on the door of 71. I'm not saying he's going to get out for 71, but I'm saying that's a heck of a good return on this ground. Good shot, McCullum. That's going to beat them at mid-off. Should run away for 4. It does. Beautiful. Beautiful shot, McCullum. 2 great drives in succession. Excellent. On the up, straight through the legs of Jimmy Anderson. At that point, he knew his fielders weren't straight enough to cover that. So, good start to the over. McCullum is in fine touch. And that's beautifully worked as well. That's a big chase down there for Trott.
He's been in such good form, Brendon McCullum, that he can come to the crease and add momentum straight away. That's what he's done to target this over. Again, not high enough. Quite bounced as much as McCullum would hope.
Yeah, he's preempting it, isn't it? Because it's his go-to shot at the moment. He's anything remotely short, he's playing that shot by and large well if he gets the bounce.
One thing we haven't seen Brendon McCullum do a lot lately is charge.
Fielder's right back on the perimeter of that inner circle, so there are singles available even though there are 5 men inside. So this has been a good over. The last one finished well, so 158 for 4. Taylor will get 1 as Wokes has been dispatched down the long on, so good over that one. 9 from it, 159 for 4. So 11 overs to go for New Zealand. Probably about the 30 runs short of where they wanted to be. There's one of the local fleet from Hawke's Bay Seafoods. One of the smaller vessels that they've got on their 14-boat fleet. It's just a day trip boat, that one. Interesting time now for these blokes. Swan still has 1 over, and New Zealand actually have played him very well in both games. Graham Swan has bowled 19 overs at the New Zealanders. They've only lost 1 wicket to him. I mean, that's excellent, really excellent. I thought we changed the rules so this didn't happen. However,
Might have lost a bit of stitching or something along the way. But I think you're right. The longer you keep Graham Swan out of the game, the better off you'll be.
well, he'll keep searching for wickets. He'll give it, you know, and that makes him change his plan rather than just being Graham Swan. So if they can continue for the remainder of this summer to handle him and milk him around the place. He's gone for 99 runs in those 19 overs as well. So they're scoring at 5 and over off him without him really getting anyone out. Now, to me, that's really good. Really good.
Yeah, and the 1 wicket he got in Hamilton was, I think it was his last over. He picked up a wicket of Nathan McCullum. LBW went to referral. It was sort of a bit of an iffy one, wasn't it? We weren't quite sure which way it was going to go. So they're denying him wickets.
Taylor on strike. He'll bowl a different length to Taylor than he will to McCullum. Taylor got out to the pull shot in Hamilton, so that's a shorter delivery. McCullum would have got back and laid back and tried to thump that.
I think that shows you what these two players have talked about as well, because Ross Taylor, his sole intention there was just to get back across, take one. So maybe you're absolutely right in what Brendon McCullum has said to him. He said, you've got to try and bat through this innings as deep as you can, Ross. It's my job to come out and play some shots and try and get some runs in this power play.
Right on.
A lot of people would say, how easy is it to change a run up overnight? I mean, to me, that's like changing a golf swing. from one day to the next. Can't be easy.
No, not at all. He spent a lot of time working on this. This is not just something that's happened from the last game to this one, so don't think you're watching at home that that's all of a sudden a change. He's decided in between games. McCullum goes again through the offside. Timed it well, but won't get 4. Stephen Finn's been working on this for probably about 3 or 4 months with David Saker, the England bowling coach. So he starts with his right foot right on his mark. Previously he was about 4 yards, 5 yards further back than that and had a little warm up into the mark. But he hasn't lost any pace. To me, he's probably a little taller at the crease. He's got that good forward momentum going through the crease. He doesn't appear to be jumping in quite as much, losing any of that momentum.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but there used to be a Sunday league in England, didn't they? And they used to play 40 overs, and they had limited bowling run-ups. So bowlers in those days back then had to have 2 run-ups.
Yeah, they did. I can't remember the distance it was. Back might have been 10 metres, was it?
Wide on.
10 metres sounds maybe even a bit too long. It was certainly something like that. And yeah, every bowler had to have a shortened version of their run-up. He does look a little more comfortable, and he bowled beautifully. Just about to finish his 9th over. He's got 1 for 22.
Great shot. Don't bowl short to Brendon McCullum in this form. 166 for 4.
.26 for 1 in that power play block. So just over 5 and over. The loss of Grant Elliott. 34 for 1. First ODI in Hamilton.
Here we go. Skyscraper, and New Zealand have had 2 good partnerships, another one developing here. That was after a rocky little start. Just Watling and Rutherford very early on in the piece, and they've rebuilt quite nicely, and they have now the 10 over block to really go. And if they can somehow get 80 to 100 runs off this, then we have a game, a big game later on into the evening. Last over for Swan. Taylor will put the foot down here, I'm sure. Hits a gap. That's when you know things are starting to go your way, when you find those gaps.
That's a poor delivery. Deserved to be put away. Looking to bowl so quickly, Graham Swan, but he's just dragged it down. He's so worried about Ross Taylor, trying to protect his last over. Taylor finds the gap.
That could be 1 bounce 4. It is. He's starting to play with Swan and punish Swan.
Better shot this one because it was floated up. It was very slow from Graham Swan, down to 78 Ks. So Taylor decided he won't go down on one knee, played it a lot more with a straight bat. So it eliminated the chance of error.
Great bowling and good batting. You almost see that float in the air. He gave it more air, but it was 93. It was quicker. It was 15k quicker than the previous delivery. You can almost see that just bend a wee bit in the air. It was beautifully bowled, and Taylor actually did quite well to milk something out of it. So now McCullum, New Zealand, starting to have a crack at both barrels now. What a shot that is. That's 6. What a shot. And he lost all his poise at the end of it.
Oh, one way to do it. Nasty accident to yourself here. Maybe a groin muscle or something. Oh, look at this. The feet go. Completely goes from underneath. Imagine the power he might have got it if he'd stood up. Picked his area.
That in the end is an incredible cricket shot. Big over, New Zealand, big over.
Go!
leading edge. Now, Ross Taylor, this is the last ball of the over. Don't get out would be the message. If I'm Brendon McCullum, I say we've done the damage in this over. Don't give him a wicket off his last ball of his 10 overs. Let's say to Graham Swan, 10 overs, none for 60. #1 spinner. Well done. It's good batting. I've played Swan well today. Excellent stuff. 41 overs gone, and it's 183 for 4 now.
That's super stuff. His partnership already 40 off 30 deliveries in just 19 minutes. So straight away, come to the crease. These are the wickets to fall BJ Watling early doors. Cook bowled Anderson. Rutherford went in exactly the same fashion. Cook bowled Anderson, this time at short cover. Maybe just sat up a little bit. It wasn't there to drive, though.
I thought that was good captaincy. Took the second slip out and said to Hamish Rutherford, here I am, son. You're going to hit it past me. Good luck. You hit it straight to him in the end. So it was a plan that works, and that always satisfies a captain and a bowler. Now Wokes has been under pressure somewhat. 7 overs, 1 for 34. He's the 5th bowler, and he's the one that's trying to cement himself in this side. Good batsman. 4 games of HRV Cup, the Firebirds.
I also think New Zealand have to think about which end they're going to target. And with Finn and Anderson having only got 3 overs remaining, it means there's 6 overs from Broad and Wokes. And they'll be the 2 bowlers they need to try and target, but they need to hit with the wind as well.
He's hit that hard, Ross Taylor. Extremely. England have fielded well. I mean, that's one of the reasons why New Zealand haven't quite got away on them just yet, but are threatening to. They've fielded, their outfielding, their out cricket has been excellent.
They've been the better of the sides in the field throughout.
Push for 2. Taylor will come back.
Just running you through those wickets. Kane Williamson very wide of off stump, dragged one on with the bowling of Wokes, and then Grant Elliott got a top edge with the bowling of Stephen Finn. Comfortable catch.
Gone. Bad ball. Treatment. Big treatment. Brendon McCullum has been in such good form in the last week that I think that some of them are scared of him.
It's great bat speed, that, isn't it? Wokes looking for the Yorker, but straight away you notice with Chris Wokes, the follow through's not there. Hasn't got the energy through the crease and the follow through. He is worried. He's holding back a little bit. As soon as you hold back, the batsman starts to get on top of you, you're in trouble. McCullum racing along.
Yeah, well, I've got an issue here with their bowling because Wokes has still got 2 to bowl. Anderson will bowl out. Finn will bowl out. Broad's got 3 to bowl. If he gets collared again in this over, what do they think about? Have they got another option? A Jonathan Trott or someone?
Joe Root's their other option. He's probably the 6th bowler. Alistair Cook was very reluctant to use him in Hamilton. Probably the same today. Putting the onus on the bowlers and saying you must do the job. Get through your 10.
That's poor ball. That's dreadful. That is an attempted slower delivery that has gone horribly wrong. It looked like it stuck in his hand.
It's also brought up the 50 partnership. Just 34 deliveries. Last 5 overs going at 8 and over. The first time in this innings, New Zealand putting pressure back on England, and they just aren't responding at the moment.
Well, he had a big chat with Alistair Cook. I'm sure that wasn't the plan, because if that was the plan, why would you only have one guy back at square leg and a fine leg up to bowl short in a slower delivery? Surely they talked about something different than that. Maybe they thought about something fuller, but that's got away too. 200 up now. The milestones are racking up, and so is the run rate.
17, 5 deliveries. Does he open the face here? He does. He does open the face. Clever shot. Looking to get it, not exactly there perhaps, but certainly behind square. See how the face is open at point of impact. So now another change in the field.
And now Alistair Cook does have to think about another bowling option, unless Wokes can get him out now. This ball. Four more. Brilliant over from McCullum. Terrific hitting that is. It really is. 21 runs from it. This crowd are into it now. It's 204 for 4.
Great stuff.
So here we go, the wasp worm, and all of a sudden it's taken a huge incline. Brendon McCullum is playing some majestic stuff here. Mid-off is up inside the circle.
And that's into the wind. That last over, Chris Wokes is bowling downwind. I was about to suggest that New Zealand's best options would be to look to hit with the wind. From our commentary box end, from the end that Stuart Broad is bowling at now, it'll be the toughest job. We'll be bowling into that breeze, blowing fairly much straight down the ground. So New Zealand will look to target this, I'm sure.
Broad. So Stuart Broad's got 3, but even he has been collared a wee bit. 5.4 runs per over. So 8 overs. If New Zealand, if they keep going like this, they can get 280. That'd be terrific after where they were, the halfway point. 11.8 runs per over in the last 5. Yeah, they might have a little look at this one, or they might not. No, they're not going to have a conference. Just give me the ball, I'll get back and bowl. And Ross Taylor, they might have to have an X-ray. It's in the
well,
wars.
they've lost their review. Tried one earlier. One's sneaking down leg. Catching Ross Taylor on, looked like his heel. The heel of his right foot, was it?
Yeah, he's just buying a bit of time here. He can't have a runner. So he's just got to run it off. Toughen up, son. And there's no way he's going to walk off. We're not in the Martin Guptill pulled hamstring department here. So I think it's just clipped the outside of his foot. Or his heel, yeah, the heel bone. Just exposed at the back of the pad. Something will happen here, folks. Stay tuned. There might be a warning or two. There should be an extra delivery. Stuart Broad is not that kind of bloke. Yeah, he's got a warning. Captain has been told as well. That's it. Last one.
He's done well, Brendon McCullum. You don't understand how hard that is to hit. You're looking at an area on the wicket. You're looking for the ball to come down through your eye line. When it comes straight at your head, it's so difficult.
This is a good tactic, New Zealand. They've decided. That's brilliantly played, it is. Can't get out, you get knocked out. Tactic, obviously, as Taylor pushes for one, feeds the strike to McCullum. And they can do this, and McCullum keeps coming off. It's a really good plan. Finally, pressure on Alistair Cook, who was having a pretty easy afternoon up until this point. That's high and long. Is it long enough? Yes, it is. He waited. Ian Bell, he sat there looking and waiting. And McCullum, brilliant again here in Napier. 50 in the blink of an eye.
That's the bonus of hitting downwind, Smithy. Never have gone at the other end. It would never have gone. But he got it high. He wasn't sure, Brendon McCullum. But what happened was that wind just took it far enough. Kept sailing. Bell thought he was in the game, but he wasn't. McCullum 50 off 26 balls.
What a purple patch this is of Brendon McCullum batting. Broad under pressure. That's 4. They have no answer. He has got them running scared, McCullum.
It's not smart. It's revert to another short pitch ball. You've got fine leg and third man up inside the circle. It's not an option. Bowling short. It's just, dare I say it, it's dumb cricket.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I mean, it's one thing or the other. There's no consistency about what England are doing here. They've had so many chats about bowling plans and what they're going to do. Whilst they've been out there, there's been little conferences. He must be fuming there, Alistair Cook.
Well, Broad's now brought up his half-century into his 8th over. Wokes has gone for 55 off 8. It's too late in the innings to ask Joe Root, young Joe Root, to have a bowl. So they've got to stick with these two guys.
Well, they stick with them and they go for 80 then. If they're going to carry on with this one up, one down, wide, no ball type theory that they've got. It's ugly. And New Zealand and McCullum in particular has just been brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sits and waits on a slower ball there and punches that through point. Look at Broad. He's flabbergasted. What do I do?
Oh, what about a Yorker? What about a full straight Yorker? He bowled one in this over to Ross Taylor. He got a leg by. That's the only one he's bowled, the only one he's tried. Again, that's a quality shot. McCullum has raced to 60. Gee, imagine if he'd come in at 5.
Yes. Yes, indeed. We'll never know. We might know next time. Last ball. Stuart Broad's pain in this over anyway. Hello. A single, McCullum will keep the strike. We're loving it. 224 for 4. 20 from the over. Here is Brendon McCullum package. Spectacular. Got off the mark with the classical drive and then one down the ground. So it was 2 orthodox shots. Then that one where he lost all his poise, went over long off for 6. And at this point, England started to say, goodness me, we're in a contest after all. New Zealand have come at us. The captain has come out blazing. And he has got through with this pure hitting to 61 from just 29 balls. Sensational stuff. So then, we've got 7 overs to go. It's going to be fun to watch, fun to listen to now, because Craig McMillan's coming in with Surrey and both of them, and he looks a bit cross.
Thank you, Ian. Yes, I can see the steam coming out of Sir Ian's ears.
Has the game changed that much? We have a fine leg up, we have the third man up, we have a long on and long off, and he's bowling halfway down the wicket.
Well, when he bowled full and straight, he went for 2 off 2 deliveries. The rest of the over went for 17. You work it out. I think a Yorker was just as good in 1975 as what it is in 2012.
Yeah. I find it amazing they say, oh, we can improvise. We don't have to improvise, we bowl lollipops halfway down. Very frustrating watching it.
Well, New Zealand breathed life into the innings because they were going nowhere.
Exactly, England did all the hard work. This is almost an action replay of Hamilton.
Lucky to get away with that, Finn. Taylor misses out.
He gets away with it because he's got the extra pace and bounce, and that's why he gets away with it. But just have a look at the wagon wheel here. Yeah, one down the ground, one over cow corner. Look at that third man, fine leg. Offside square. That's not full balls, that's short balls.
That's short, hit over the top. And placement's good from Taylor. Race away for 4 more. New Zealand right on top. Taylor's underway. Too short, too wide from Finn.
Well, there's 2 players out there who play the short ball pretty well. It's Taylor, particularly on the offside, perhaps it was arms free, and McCullum will go either side.
Don't understand the field set with mid on and mid off up inside the circle. So Finn has to bowl short because all this protection's behind the wicket. Full and straight is still the way to go with the bigger boundary straight as well. There's more chance of getting caught on the boundary straight than what there is square. Partnership of 87 from 47. Last 5 overs, New Zealand have been going at 14.8. McCullum's got 50 in boundaries in this innings of 62.
It's the way to go, and it saves the legs. Don't bother with all that running.
Running's overrated, isn't it?
Training's overrated. And then you come into the new... What about ice baths? They're a bundle of fun, aren't they? You have ice, but you have them in drinks.
Yep.
Good over from Finn, just 7 from it. New Zealand 231 for 4. Finn's been impressive. That's the end of his 10 overs, 1 for 33. Really good performance.
Excellent performance. Very, very good.
Well, a bit of damage by New Zealand. Those last 4 or 5 overs, 65 without loss from the last 5 overs. You can see that New Zealand rate has just continued to lift. Very slow in the first 10 overs, 21 for 2. But each block of 10 has increased.
Okay, you look at the chart there, and there's a lot of bungalows early on, but we are now going very high skyscrapers. And it's terrific to watch. And Brendon McCullum has done it again.
It appears that England don't really have a plan of how to bowl to Brendon McCullum in. They just don't know exactly where to put the ball to him.
Do you think it's that, or do you think they're just intimidated by him?
I don't think there's any doubt that at this stage they are definitely, the likes of Broad are intimidated by McCullum at the moment. But you still have to have a basic plan, a go-to.
Well, surely you set your field a bit straighter, you go full and straight.
There he goes, full and straight. McCullum, has he got all of it? You betcha. Good blow from the little right-hander. Great way to start the over.
And now the pressure is firmly on the bowler. It's almost as if he doesn't want to let the ball go. It's staying in his hand.
But it's not a Yorker, is it? It's not a good delivery.
It's a length ball. And that's the best ball you know yourself to hit. It's got to be hit, and it's hit with some style from one of the most dangerous players in world cricket. So just try and get it full and straight.
Better, much better.
Okay, it's not quite a Yorker, but it's a very low full toss, very difficult to put away 1 run.
Protection down the ground, much better option. If you miss, damage isn't so bad. Broad's been missing short of a length, and it just opens up the whole ground to Brendon McCullum. Such a good player. You want to try and shut down the areas that he can hit the ball. Doesn't get any easier though. Now he's got Ross Taylor on strike. It's well bowled. Well played by Taylor.
And good running as well, because they're aware of the fact that the England fielders are all on the edge of the circle.
Well, there's a run every time. Get bent on it. Just have to run at the stage of the innings. Partnership of 96.
It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? I sit here and I think, in the way that New Zealand played the first 30 overs, so I actually think that 300 is only about par on here. 290, 300 is par.
Oh, look at the power from McCullum. Bang over cover. No man back there. Another boundary. He's on fire as the New Zealand skipper. 100-run partnership between these two. This time it's a little bit wide, and look at McCullum. So strong over cover.
That's the width, the arm spring. I bet no one's making a cup of tea at home now, are they?
Maybe everyone's glued to the TV.
Might be opening a cold one or two, but you certainly wouldn't be leaving the TV screen, would you? This is excellent.
Not with these two betting. McCullum and Taylor. Oh, it's McCullum. It's in the air. Man going back. Takes the catch. Doesn't go all the way. Wokes takes a good catch. Broad finally gets his man. And a brilliant innings from the New Zealand captain is over.
Yep, and it's full and straight.